Right, ladies and gentlemen, the big title fights keep coming. This is the ISKA Four Nations K1 title over 5 two-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner from Ireland, Owen Ford. His opponent into the red corner. Representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Jamie Stinson.
Owen Ford, Ireland, in the blue corner. Jamie Stinson, Lincoln Fight Factory, in the red. This is the ISKA Four Nations title over 5 two-minute rounds. Stinson, the taller of the two young men. Nice round kick off the rear leg from Stinson. Ford looking to push in, get beyond those long arms and back Stinson up. It's a good tactic from the shorter man. Stinson, for his part, will look to keep it at range. Nice stiff knee from Stinson. Round kick in reply from Ford. Push kick Stinson. Fast-paced start here for this Four Nations title. A round kick off the lead leg, Stinson. Ford being told by Mike, you can't clinch. Got a clinch, strike, release. Ford looks to chop at that lead leg. Stinson checks it, jumps in with the knee, ducks under the hook. Both men just out of range at the moment. Jab from Stinson, low kick doubled up from Ford, and Stinson says, come on, do it again. He's a character, isn't he? Throws the push kick, looks for his own jab, steps away from the reply from Ford, looks for the right to the body, then the push kick again. Ford continues to chop at the legs when he gets the opportunity. Stinson just catches the leg, pushes him away. Little smile from Ford. And Stinson warns, you can't do that. Neither man much worried about it as they get straight back to action. And you can see Ford consistently looking to close the gap. Stinson making that difficult. It's a lively opening round. Nice work as he came in. Jumped in with that right hand, Stinson. Push kick to keep that range, then the round kick. Doubled up to the midsection. Ford takes them to getting close. Stinson having none of it. Lively opening round. Steps away again and around Stinson. Nice lateral movement. Ford looks to close the gap and walk him down. Two quality young performers in the ring. Well, a good opening round, not much between them. Nice clash of style that's worked in favour of the bout. Both looking to work to their strengths and neither really managing to overwhelm the other in that opener. So it's a very good close opening round as we go into round two. So 2 of 5, not much between these young men. Excellent Four Nations title bout. Low kick off that rear leg from Stinson. Ford looks to get in with the boxing. Stinson does a good job of not staying there and letting him build up a steam there. As you know, when they get into a rhythm and a groove, Stinson doesn't allow that. Doesn't let him get that rhythm going. When he realises he's under pressure with his back to the ropes, he responds. A nice right to the body as Ford comes in. Nice round kick again from Stinson, doubles it up. Ford, you can see, looking to get here. This is where he wants to be. And this is what Stinson looks to stop. That's what I say about a nice clash of styles. They both know what they want. They both know what they're doing. And whoever asserts that style clearly will be the winner here. Time back on. Touch gloves. Ford, little grin as he looks to come forward. Little shimmy as he comes in. Stinson turns, looks for the push kick. And then the round kick on the end. Ford looks to close that gap. Look how quickly Stinson moves. Chess match, this one. Now Stinton in the middle of the ring looks to work that right to the body, then the left to the head. Pushes forward again, first time, the roles are reversed. Stinton reacting to the crowd and pushing forward now. Ford comes in again. Big round kick from Stinton, steps away from the response. Right to the body. Centre ring for Stinton, not been there often. Happy to work on the counter normally. Steps in, chops at that lead leg of Ford. His kicks are the difference for me between these two men. They really move Ford. And that is important in K1, the power of the kicking, the moving, the damage done. And Ford looks to get in with that left of the body, jamming left knee from Stinton. I think there's daylight between the two because of the kicks of Stinton in that second round. They're powerful, they're strong. Ford continues to look to hunt his man down and work the body when he gets in close. Round 3 of 5, midway point. And immediately as they touch gloves, Ford comes forward, long knee from Stinton, using the jab. Look at the focus there, wanting to keep this at range, pushes that jab out, then the right round kick, left right from Stinton coming forward, steps away from the reply from Ford. Ford looking to close that gap, lands with the left. Stinton responds, the push kick to keep the range, spins just out of range with the kick, throws the jab. Busy third round, chops low at that lead leg and then throws the right hand over the top. Stinton steps back as Ford comes in. Jab from Stinton, push kick. Oh, catches Ford on the way in with the jab cross combination. Ford shakes it off, he's a tough customer. Then the right to the body from Stinton, jumps in with the right, looks for the left and right knee, putting the pressure on now. Stinton looking for that right again to the body. Suddenly he's the one in the centre of the ring forcing the issue. Steps back, looks for that right to the body again, and Ford saying that one's low, but it's not. Do you know what? It's a beautiful right hand to the body from Stinton, pivotal in this third round. Beautifully timed, pushed into the body. Ford saying he's okay, he's a tough customer, but a superb shot from Jamie Stinton there. Ford looking to come back, but this is a big round now, round 3 from Stinton. Ford looking to throw those boxing combinations, he needs to come back. He's had the count in this round. Stinton looks for that right to the body again. Checks the kick, keeps it at range, looking to keep it long. So big third round for Jamie Stinton here in this title bout. Owen Ford, he's got to get inside and rock his man with those shots. He had to take the knee, take the count in the third. Penultimate round 4 coming up. Stinton backs up and takes the left hand, but replies with the right knee. Steps forward, that right to the body again. Then the left leg steps away from the big right hand. A little gamesmanship there, you got to love him. He's enjoying it in there, and those rights to the body are causing Ford problems. Steps forward, beautiful timing, takes the standing leg of Ford. Excellent timing. He's in a groove now, Stinton. Ford stepping forward like the warrior he is. He knows he needs to keep his man under pressure, but that left round kick lands. Then he looks for the big right hand to the body. Stinton looks for every opportunity as Ford comes in now. Then the high round kick backs Ford up, looking towards the body. He's got a head of steam now, Stinton. Working well, fluid combinations. It's like he's figured out Ford's style, the way he likes to come in. He's catching him on the way in and on the way out, making it difficult for Ford to stay there and trade where he wants to be. And that jab is more proof. Ford wants to be here, he wants to be working. Stinton hasn't allowed it. and throws that right again to the body. But as you can see, Ford ducks to that right-hand side, his left-hand side, so that right to the body can double up to the head if Ford ducks too low. It's clever thinking from Stinton. And there's the round kick. He's kept himself out of trouble. He's kept the range. He's kept the movement. He's frustrated Ford, who you can see is aggressive and hard-hitting, but he hasn't been allowed to work to his strengths from about the middle of round 2 onwards. Big jab there, though, from Ford. Still dangerous. Stinton's got to stay focused. Works his right to the body, brings it up to the head. 4 rounds down, and I've got Stinton in control of this. Ford needs a big 5th round. He needs a count, if possible, to get himself back in contention here. He's done nothing wrong. It's just that Stinton has figured out his style and worked around it. It's been an excellent bout, competitive. And Ford walks forward again. You know where he wants to be, but that jab rocks his head back. Ford looking to get in close. The right knee from Stinton. Looks for the right to the body again. Doubles it up. The crowd at fever pitch here. Round kick from Stinton. Pushes Ford away as he goes to kick. Michael wiped the gloves down. And he'll say to Stinton, no, you can't do that. Stinton acknowledges it. Ford a smile on his face. It's been a competitive but sporting bout. Jab cross, and then the short knee from Stinton. Comes forward, looks for that right to the body once more. Jab cross again from Stinton. Throws the right hand as he comes forward. Moves around his man. Little shimmy, doesn't throw it. Ford caught by the jab on the way in. Not as quick to come in now. Little left knee from Stinton. He's weathered the storm and kept Ford at the range he wants. And throws that jab again. Little left hand there from Ford. He's still dangerous. He's a real live wire. But he's been outmaneuvered by Jamie Stinton here across this bout as the clock ticks out on this round and this bout as a whole. It's been a really good nullifying performance from Jamie Stinton. Keeping this at the range he wants it and in the style that he wants it. And the crowd acknowledging that as the jab lands once more, then that chopping low kick from Stinton. Not taking any risks, throws the high round kick. He knows he's got the rounds in the bag. Shawn will have told him that. So no risks here in the 5th, no big grandstand finish. Doesn't need it. Little short right knee again. And there you have it. And they hug. It's been a great sporting contest. But you can see from the body language of both men, this is a great bout. But for me, it's Stinton all the way for this title.
But we do have a unanimous decision. The ISKA 4 Nations title belt around the waist of the young man from the...
Yeah, Stinton takes it when he needed to step up the plate. His most mature performance yet.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for another big title fight. This, the ISKA 4 Nations title, K1 rules over 5 2-minute rounds. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, from Ireland, Ryan Ball! Welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Joe Peter Lee.
Ryan Vaughan in the blue corner, Joe Peter Lee in the red. ISKA Four Nations title, Vaughan from Ireland in the blue corner, Joe Peter Lee, the Lincoln Fight Factory in the red, the hometown favourite. And I've been following the career of Joe, and I like the way this young man is developing. He's smart outside the ring, he's willing to learn, he's jumped up in class very rapidly considering the time he's been fighting, but he soaks it up like a sponge and admits he's always learning. I like his attitude, I like the way he fights, and his last bout here was a real step up in class from him. But he's against a very tough man in Ryan Vaughan. He's got the slight height advantage, but having said that, beautiful push kick to the face of Vaughan from Lee. Beautifully timed, but Vaughan took it well, no change in his face at all. Throws the straight right hand. He's slightly taller of the two, as you can see. Vaughan, Lee, those red shorts, well, trunks as they are, looks to come in close. Potentially 5 rounds for this Four Nations title, and a little smile there from Lee as Vaughan got through cleanly. This is a tough contest. Already you can see both young men evenly matched. Steps under the shot there, Vaughan. Lee acknowledging he just got a bit upset there. He's saying a shot between the legs there. So they touch gloves. And Lee steps forward, nice combination. He said he'd been working a lot on his boxing. Oh, nice low kick there from Vaughan in reply. And Lee steps in again, looks for the short right knee. Oh, and a left hook reply. And Lee smiles. Tit for tat for these two very talented young men. And it's a very cagey opening round. Checks the kick there, Lee. And he's actually talking to the opposite corner there, Lee. He's a character. That right hand, right leg, nicely thrown. Very close opening round. Now, some snappy work from Lee. As I said, I've watched the improvement in this young man over a short space of time. But I like the attitude of Vaughan. His face never changes. His technique is sharp and crisp. And it's the second round now, and they're straight back at it again. Midsection kick there from Vaughan. Lee looks to get in, but each time he does, Vaughan reacts immediately. Throws the knee. Lee looks to respond. Vaughan steps back out. Centre ring for Vaughan. Looks to chop with the leg. Lee, the movement laterally. Steps in. Left knee and right knee reply from Vaughan. It's still close here in the second. Chops at that lead leg of Lee's, Vaughan, and then steps back. Looks for the right hand. Oh, little left shovel hook to the body from Vaughan as Lee came forward. Throws it again. Doubles up with the jab. He's sharp. Lee's got a fight on here. Tucks up tight. Throws his own overhand right. Vaughan responds left and right. Kicks low as Lee comes with that overhand right. Throws the push kick to the midsection. Beautifully balanced this. Two good young men in here fighting for the Four Nations title. Chops low with that kick as Vaughan says, when you go to throw that jab, I'm going to kick low. Oh, drove the knee in there, and that was right in the channel. Now, you've got to ask yourself, how much has Lee recovered? That was a devastating kick to the groin there. And Lee looking to respond to that kick and fire back, and you can hear the crowd responding to his efforts here. I can tell you that. Oh, and as I say that, the right push kick from Vaughan from hell lands cleanly to the face of Joe Peter Lee. Watch this. Flush. Longer than a straight right, and he knows it. He's landed. I was just about to say, how much had Joe Peter Lee recovered from what was a really hard groin shot? And there's your answer. He looked to take the fight to Vaughan, but Ryan Vaughan, that kick superbly placed. And I think this is it for Joe Peter Lee. It's so unfortunate that that knee to the groin landed so cleanly. It's all over, and it's a big win for Ryan Vaughan. But you've got to ask yourself, what would have happened differently if that knee hadn't landed so devastatingly? But you can't fault the finish. That right kick was superbly placed, and that will be one for the show reels. But I know Joe Peter Lee, he's a sponge, he'll adapt, he'll come back and he'll learn from it. But let's not take away from the victory and the Four Nations title belt to Ryan Vaughan.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, the big title match just keep coming. And once again, we have the ISKA Four Nations title under K1 rules. Would you welcome first, into the blue corner, from Ireland, Edmilson Manuel. Would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Keegan Roberts.
Edmilson Manuel in the blue corner, Keegan Roberts in the red. ISKA Four Nations title, Keegan Roberts, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. Edmilson Manuel, the shorter of the two men, in the blue from Ireland. And Keegan Roberts came in full of confidence, showboating for his hometown crowd. And as you can see, he's got the height advantage, but Manuel very quick to get inside and start throwing the shots to the body. And Mike's going to calm it down and say, look, this is K1. He likes to see his K1 clean and at range. He doesn't like to see the clinching. That's K1. No clinch. Clinch, strike, release. Extended clinching, Mike will be on your case. So, nice clash of styles here. Roberts will look to keep this long. Manuel will look to get inside, as he's doing here. A little live wire that when he gets inside, those hooks are like pistons. He just keeps firing them. And you can see Roberts looking to create the range, and that's where he wants to be firing, at range. But Manuel looks to get in close and fire the shots as he does again, working to the body. Roberts ducking low with his head. Low kick from Manuel just out of range. Roberts with the long right hand. Looks to push in, throw the right knee, then step clear. That's what he needs to do, box at range. And lands cleanly with the right and left. That's where it needs to be. For Manuel, this is where he wants to be, firing those shots to the body. Steps away from the kick, Roberts. Looks to throw the big right. Manuel turns him and immediately these hooks to the body. He's like the Tasmanian devil, isn't he? He just keeps them coming left and right, like somebody's wound him up. And there they go again. And Roberts has got to keep this at range because Manuel really firing in these body shots to his taller opponent. And here he comes again, every opportunity. Roberts can't afford to have this fought with his back to the ropes. As it is, that's how that first round's gone, and that's why I've given that first round to Manuel. Roberts will have to keep him at range, use those long arms and long legs to keep it at a longer range. So 2 of 5. Low kick from Roberts. He needs to keep it there, but look how quickly Manuel wants to close the gap. Spins and just flicks Roberts over his hip. Little feint from Manuel. That's when he's got to be caught on the way in. This is where Roberts needs to catch him. That's a good tactic, that kick. This is where Roberts needs to box. Looks better when it's at that range. This is where Manuel obviously looks better when it's... Look how quickly he ran across the ring to close that gap. So they've set out their stall as cleanly as you could set it. Oh, and then the short knee. And right again. So in an ISKA title bout, Four Nations, we have a second knee to the groin. It was devastating in the previous bout. Not so much here. Roberts able to be back on his feet and doesn't look fazed by it. And again, Manuel so quick to close the gap. Wants to fight in a phone box. Roberts has got to prevent that. Looks to push clear. He's better at range, but Manuel again just turns him, pushes him back, and keeps those arms going like pistons. Constantly working his man in the corner. Roberts finding it difficult to get out of the way as Manuel keeps him backed up. Now, the second question you've got to ask after the tactical one is how much of these 5 rounds can Manuel keep up that pace? It's an incredible pace here, and it's only round 2. Can he keep that up for 5? Because it's working for him at the moment. It's frustrating Roberts. Roberts looking for the uppercut on the way in. That's what he's got to do. Got to look for the range here. Big right to the body from Manuel, and Roberts felt that. And Manuel keeps him there. I was just about to say, how long can he keep this going for? Well, he's doing a good job here. So 2 rounds down, and I've got Manuel taking them both. It's a clash of styles that's working for this bout. But Roberts has got to come to terms with the way that Manuel closes the gap, fires in. It's the midway point, round 3. And Roberts has got to keep him at range. Manuel, you've got to look at the engine room. It's superb so far. Can he keep that engine purring the way it is at the moment? As he comes flying in once more. Roberts looks to turn him. Looks for the big right hand, ducks under. And Roberts waiting, looks to throw at range, turns. That's better from Roberts. Use the footwork, force Manuel to miss, catch him on the turn. Inside leg kick from Roberts. Manuel does the same. Then he closes the gap. Looks to fire away. Roberts looking to push him away, but Manuel straight back on him. Better footwork from Roberts here, making it difficult for Manuel to keep him with his back to the ropes. But this is where Manuel wants to be, and he just keeps throwing those hooks to the body. Steps in again, especially that right hook to the body, forcing Roberts to almost sit in the ropes. And for the judges, it looks good for the man in the blue corner. It looks like the man constantly working. And he's saying, I'm not holding. He's saying Roberts' head is low. Roberts throwing now, turning. That's better. You see, he landed the right hand on the turn. But he's got to keep that up, because as soon as he doesn't, Manuel gets those left and right arms moving, and Roberts looks to sit through the ropes. He's looking tired to me here in the third. Gum shield going back in for Manuel. On the end of the round, Roberts showing the fatigue, and it's because of the pressure Manuel has put him under, not giving him space, not giving him time to do his work. 3 rounds, he still looks fresh. And you know he's tactically, it's not going to change. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So you know Manuel is going to come flying in for round 4 here. They touch gloves. Roberts has recovered. He's waiting. This is where he's got to catch his man, but he's clipped by the little right hand. Inside leg kick as well from Manuel. Roberts has got to catch him early, but the right hand lands again from Manuel, and it's the inspiration to push in. Again, Roberts has got the footwork. He turns. But Manuel just stays there throwing the shots. to frustrate Roberts. And that's what it's been for Keegan Roberts tonight. A night of frustration against a man that just keeps coming forward and throwing the technique as soon as he gets in range. That's better from Roberts, and he's got to keep it that range. Now turn and move him, because if he doesn't, Manuel, as you can see, look, just peppers the body. He throws from the waist, slips the punch, throws the left again, backs Roberts up. Roberts turns, and when he turns, that's when he's got to throw. Got to rack up the points, make him miss, make him pay, especially against someone like Manuel who keeps coming in. You've got to make him miss, you've got to turn him, and you've got to make him pay. Pushes in again, Manuel, and works that right hand to the body, and then Keegan ducks low, look to protect his body, and that lets Manuel know there's nothing going to be coming back, so he just keeps firing the shots to the body, as he does here. And that's what he does again, look. He can see where Keegan Roberts' head is, he can see where his arms are, so he just keeps firing these hooks. Even if they don't all land, for the judges, he's picking up the points, he's the aggressor. The crowd really looking to inspire Roberts now. He ducks under the punch again and just keeps firing that right and left to the body from the waist, Manuel. No worry about his head here, he knows where his opponent's arms are. 1 round left, and you can see Keegan Roberts is really feeling the pace here at the end of round 4. He needs a huge 5th round, he needs to stop his man. So 5th and final round coming up. And good sportsmanship from both men. It's a hard-fought battle, one that I have Edmilson Manuel winning at the moment. Roberts has shown flashes of the way he could make it so much harder for Manuel, but he hasn't done it enough in my scorecard at the moment. Pushes forward now, Manuel turns him. Steps away from the punch of Roberts. Roberts throws the left round kick. Manuel steps in again. He's had a good engine here tonight, the away fighter. Steps away from the responses from Roberts. Chops at that lead leg of Roberts. Roberts needs to do more. He can't wait for Manuel. Manuel's got that luxury. He's ahead on the cards. Roberts steps in with the left and right. Manuel steps in, throws the right hand, and looks to back his man up once more. Nice turn by Roberts. That's what he's got to do. Turn, create space, throw the shot. I'd love to see these two men box again. After Roberts has possibly seen this bout, he's got the ability, but he's allowed Edmilson Manuel to dictate where this bout has been fought. And to his credit, Manuel has kept up a pace to make sure that his style works for him. You could have maybe hoped, if you're in the red corner, that by round 3 he'd blow himself out, but he hasn't. Superb cardio, superb engine. And he's fought the right bout for him against the taller opponent. He's controlled where this bout has been fought. And with the clock ticking now, you feel that the belt, once more, is going to the Irish team here as he ducks under those shots and lands. And here's the arms again, those left and right hooks that have had Keegan Roberts for too long backed up against the ropes. For me, big win to Edmilson Manuel. And even sportingly, Keegan Roberts acknowledges it. Great sportsmanship from that young man. And he is young, he will learn. But it's Manuel that takes the belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we remain with boxing over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing Inspire, Joe Roman. Would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Davis.
Joe Roman, Inspire in the blue corner, Aaron Davis, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. Three 2-minute rounds of boxing action. Red and white shorts for Davis. Roman with the white, with the red and yellow trim. And it's Davis that looks to push forward quickly, the slightly shorter of the two opponents. Told to keep his head up because he ducks low and throws the bombs high. Working behind the jab, Roman. Steps forward, doubling up the jab, then steps back. Just pushing out that jab to body and head, Roman. And a nice right hand, timed perfectly as Davis came forward. Davis looked to change defense to attack, but got caught with a smart right hand. Bread and butter stuff from Roman here, jab cross combinations. Just keeping Davis at the range he wants here in the opener. Throws that jab out once more. Looks to come in quickly again. Davis hurt his hand there when he looked to throw the right. Don't know if he caught it on the elbow, the defensive elbow from Roman there, but made a gesture to say that he hurt the right hand. Looks to come in with the left hook. And again, as he comes in, Roman is good defensively, turns him and catches his man on the way in. They touch gloves. Cat and mouse game here. Roman looking to keep the bout long, but when Davis looks to explode into action, oh, just like that, good left from Davis there. I was just about to say, he looks to explode into action. Roman looks to catch him on the way in, which doubles the impact. Nice clash of styles here at Ringwars between these two men. And again, Roman just working behind that jab, taking no chances, keeping Davis at range. Pushes forward with it once more. Looks to throw straight again, doubles it up. Big hooking right hand from Davis. Roman just keeps that left hand coming out, looking to back Davis up. Well, nice opening round. Davis kept for a long parts at the range of Joe Roman, but then comes in with those hooking punches as he bobs and weaves. For his part, Roman staying behind orthodox boxing, jab cross combinations, working the jab to body and head, and looking to catch Davis as he explodes forward. 2 of 3. Good opening round. I've got it to Roman, just. And again, Davis looking to come in quickly with the hooks, but Roman fast hands on the counter as he comes in. Oh, and the hooks again from Davis, but as he came in to hook, a sharp right hand from Roman tagged him, and this has been the problem for Davis. He comes forward hard and fast, but when he does so, Roman catches him. And look at the sportsmanship from Roman there as Davis beats the count and telling the corner to applaud their man, telling the crowd there. But it was a good shot from him on the counter. Oh, and the stiff jab, and Davis, it's all over. He didn't recover from that opening right hand. The stiff jab cements the win in round 2 for Joe Roman. Big TKO win, but what a sporting man. Accurate on the counter. Doubling up that impact, as I said, and Joe Roman takes the second round TKO win.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we remain with boxing over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing Darrell Grant MMA, Ben White. Would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Alan Gargulio!
Ben White, Darryl Grant MMA in the blue corner, Alan Gargulio, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. And White in the blue corner, you can see a distinct height advantage. Stocky, powerful build for Gargulio, but it's White throwing these hooks almost from the waist, but throwing from the waist is virtually head level for Gargulio. And a blistering start from White, who just came out and threw the hooks. Now the overhand right from Gargulio. Both men plant their feet early and the bombs are flying already. And now Gargulio coming over the top. He knows where the head of his taller opponent is. He's fired up and so's the crowd, and White tucks up. And now he starts to throw back to the body. Gargulio tucks up, White turns. You can see the distinct height advantage. For me, being a big Rocky movie fan, this reminds me of Rocky 4. Rocky versus Drago in the height disadvantage for Rocky there. And it started the same way. What a start to the opening round. Both men just throwing caution and the punches to the wind. Letting the leather fly. Nice upper body movement from Gargulio. Big right hand from White once more. And then he comes flying back, Gargulio. White looks to back Gargulio into the corner. And then these hooks come left and right, body and head. Oh, the uppercut snaps Gargulio's head up, and he does again. And now he fires back those two uppercuts, how he took them, and he's still there. And now comes firing back. Listen to the crowd. What an opening round this is. Unbelievable. Look at this from Gargulio. He took two huge uppercuts. Now White backed up in his own corner. You can't ask for more in this opening round. Superb stuff from both men. Chins tested, neither wanting. Gargulio with the jab now, and the big right to the body from White. Well, what an opening round. Gargulio was under pressure straight away. Middle of that round, took two huge uppercuts and then came flying back. And it was Ben White that had to soak up pressure. Can they keep this up for two further rounds? That was 2 minutes of non-stop action. An absolute slugfest for the fans. Well, there's the answer. They're straight back at it. They plant the feet. No worry about defence. Both men are just seek and destroy. Bobbing and weaving, Gargulio looks for the big right. White now again, he can throw from the waist there and find the body and head of his shorter opponent. And then Gargulio turns and comes back. Doubles up his jab, breathes deeply, comes forward with the jab again. Stiff jab from White. Gargulio looking to work behind that jab. Now you can see his head snap back occasionally after the jab. And then White looks to turn him. It's when he gets up ahead of steam with those hooks. He knows where the head is, the body is. It's the shorter opponent. He can, as I said, he can throw virtually from that waist or shoulder line. Doesn't keep his guard high because he just lets the bombs flow. And for his part, Gargulio rock and rolls and then rolls and throws. Beautiful matchup this. That's why they call it Ring Wars. And you can see these two men. Look at this from White. Banging them in methodically, planting the shots. Gargulio backed up but fires back. Throws the left and right again, Gargulio. Then the jab once more, pushing forward now. White pushes him back. Fires the big right, clips him. Gargulio acknowledges and then starts to bob and weave and takes another heavy shot before throwing the right hand. Well, throws the left again. looks for the big right, out of range against his taller opponent. They're feeling the pace now, and I'm not surprised. They've thrown everything. And I think it's the gum shield there of Gargulio. And White sportingly said, look, the gum shield's come out. He just nods and walks off. I think both men are happy to have the break and then get at it again. They touch gloves. And Gargulio backed up by the jab once more from White. What a second round as well. But they're feeling the pace now. It's been so hard, and yet neither man's given an inch. Third and final round coming up. What a crowd pleaser this has been. Mike, a big smile on his face. He's had to do so little for so many punches thrown. And White looks to get that big uppercut going again. Throws it once more, then the hooks to the head and body. Gargulio tucks up, looks for his own right to the body. Across these 3 rounds, I keep looking for the kitchen sink. Everything else has been thrown. You wait to see it come over the top rope here. What a performance from both men. What heart. They have let the bombs go from the opening seconds. This one worth the admission alone to this show. And they're still at it. Bites hard on his gum shield, Gargulio. He's taken some heavy headshots. Bob and weaves again, and White just waits till he stops. Looks to walk him down, but the jab comes from Gargulio. Looks to double it up, then throw to the body. The crowd willing him on, and that right hand caught White. Suddenly, White took 2 steps back on those legs. The first time he looks to his corner, the first time you could think that, and yes, he opens his mouth to say, that one cracked me. And now, what does he do? He replies with the big uppercut. Loving this bout. Oh, the big right hand from White now. Gargulio looks to push forward, takes the uppercut and the left hook. Comes forward again, looks for his overhand right. Uppercut from White. Right to the body as well. Oh, entertainment from start to finish. Jab cross from Gargulio. Looks for the grandstand finish now. Dragging up that extra. And White looks to his corner again and says, I know, he's still there. What do I do? You come forward and you throw more bombs. Oh, the right hand over the top and the right uppercut reply from White. Oh, snapping huge right hand from White. Gargulio takes it. What a bout. These 2 men should be so proud. Incredible entertainment from these 2. Wonderful 3 rounds of boxing. An acknowledgement. Great sportsman. Mike didn't have to do a thing. What a bout.
These 2 incredible boxers have taken us to a split.
Oh, it's split. It was a hard bout.
The decision is in favour of the blue corner.
Yes, a tough bout, but both these men should be so proud, giving the crowd incredible entertainment tonight.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we move on once again with boxing, this time over 3 2-minute rounds. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing MK Boxing, Shawn Russell. Would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Aston Barrett Smith.
Right, 2 C's. Shawn Russell, FK Fox Boxing in the blue corner. Aston Barrett Smith, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. Three 2-minute rounds of action, all white for Aston, the shorter of the 2 young men. Shawn, the red with the white trim. And Aston looks to back off and then suddenly push forward, bobbing and weaving, ducking low to come over the top with the right and lefts. But Chael staying focused and disciplined, looking to work the body and head as he pushes forward. Working behind that jab, looking to use that height advantage. And as you can see, Aston gives ground to suddenly push forward. But Chael works hard and fast when he does close the gap. Misses with that left hook. Good movement from Aston. Looks to work the body as he comes forward, but it's straight punching from Chael. Keeps centre ring, and both young men land at the same time, but it's Chael that keeps that right hand working to the body when they close the gap. And you can see the movement of Aston. Good to watch here from this young man, but I like the way that Chael looks to retain centre ring and keep him under pressure. Aston, for his part, already good footwork, nice movement. Head tucked down, then looks to come back as they disengage, putting out that left hand as a distraction, but Chael walks through it and continues to throw the punches. Might just call on them together, probably tell them tidy it up a little bit when you're working close, stop holding, let's break cleanly. Good referee, keeping it clean and tidy. And again, just using that left hand as a distraction, Aston, but it doesn't work. Chael remains focused and pushes in. Looping right hook lands, and then you could see Aston bit on his gum shield there to push forward again. Gutsy performance, but Chael using the height and reach well, and again, he just pushes past that left hand of Aston to fire the right to the face. Steps away, fires again. It's good, disciplined, focused work from the young man in the blue corner. Aston, for his part, I like his footwork. Look, he's calm, he's happy, he's talking to his corner. For his part, I thought Chael remained focused, he remained disciplined, kept to the task at hand, and for me, he's taken that opening round on the points. Round 2 of 3 coming up. Looks for the looping left hook, but again, Chael stays in the pocket, just throws the straight punches. Whether Aston pushes forward or back, tries to lure him in or not, Chael just comes forward and then throws the combinations. And again, you can see nice movement from Aston, but on a lot of the times when he's looking to throw the punch, he just gets clipped with the left or right first. And Chael's ignoring that distracting left hand. I've seen it a lot in modern boxing now, that pushing the left hand out, waving it, using it as a distraction, almost like a way the snake charmer does. But Chael, for his part, is not fooled by it. He comes forward, continues to throw the jab. Steps in, steps round it, the right and left land, and Aston finds himself backed up once more, but he's a gutsy performer, looks to come forward with the hooking punches. He knows where the head of his taller opponent is. Working in bursts now, the young man from the red corner, because Chael has pushed forward consistently and put solid combinations together here. Steps forward again, and again just jab and cross, but he keeps them coming, keeps Aston backed up, and that's good combinations. Aston, a bit of showmanship there, giving him his chin, saying it doesn't hurt, but he is racking up the points, and whatever Aston does, Chael is just not biting. He's just sticking to the game plan. Coming forward, throwing the shots. Aston, as I said, he's gutsy. He has the occasional moments where he pushes forward with the left hook like this and looks to throw the right, but he's being tanked a lot with these shots from Chael, who walks through that lead left. He's a real character, Aston. He's not phased. I said he's been under a lot of pressure, but he's soaked it up. He's kept looking to fire back his counters, but Chael, for me, just as he did, finishes the second round strong as well. It's a tough call for Aston. He's against a taller opponent that's using the height and reach, who's throwing consistent punches and making it difficult for his young opponent in the red corner. Third and final round, entertaining bout. And you've got to say about Shawn Burton, he never gives his hometown fighters an easy bout. They're always matched in tough 50-50 bouts, as it should be. Even though they're the home crowd team with a big crowd behind them, the Lincoln Fight Factory have to battle for every victory when it's on a Ringwars show. And full credit to the promoter and their coach, Shawn Burton. There's nothing to be gained from an easy win, nothing to be gained from another notch that says I've got another win in that win column. It's not earned. And I'm telling you now, at Ringwars, every Lincoln fighter either wins in a hard bout or learns from coming out second best. No easy matches for these boys and girls at Lincoln, as it should be. Oh, and there's that right hand again of Chael, who just stays in the pocket with Ashton. Ashton's busy, he throws some good shots, but Chael just stays in the pocket with him and keeps these shots coming. Good stamina again, that big right hand. Ashton's got a good chin on him. Never once looked like he's getting a count and comes firing back, and every time he does so, the crowd really get behind him. But Chael just tucks up again and fires forward. Ashton breathing deeply, waits, backs off, looks to throw the counters, but Chael comes in once more. Nice little right hand on the turn there from Ashton. He's had his moments here against the taller opponent, but Chael has kept him on the back foot with combinations like this. Ashton, you've got to admire his tenacity. Never once given up, always looking to fire back. But a lot of this bout has been fought with the Lincoln fighters back to the ropes as Chael continues to push forward. It's a good, entertaining bout. But for me, this is going to be a big blue corner win with combinations like this when he backs his opponent up. Cardio for both young men has been excellent. Look at Ashton coming back and the crowd loving that. Excellent bout, but blue corner for me. Well, he looked shocked, but he deserved it there, Chael. Great bout, two great young men there.
Welcome to Ringwars. We have an incredible night of action for you, including 6 big title fights. And we are ready to start the evening with boxing over 3 1.5-minute rounds of boxing action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing Sleaford Fight Academy, William O'Connor. And would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Barkley Stafford.
So we have William O'Connor, Sleaford Fight Academy in the blue corner, Barkley Stafford, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. Three 1.5-minute rounds of real junior action. 2 real youngsters here opening the show for Ringwars. And you could see a very aggressive start from Barkley Stafford. William O'Connor making his debut here tonight. And as I said, 2 real young men opening the show with tough boxing action already. Look, neither one wants to give an inch. Straight punching from Barkley there through the channel, but William taking it well. Talking to his coach, who said he was nervous earlier but wanted to do it, wanted to get in there. And it's great to see young men channeling their energy in the boxing arena, but that's a good knockdown by Barkley. He's punching straight and strong. He's slightly taller than two, and he's using that advantage. But there's a good comeback from William. Nice, strong punching. Oh, got caught with the right hand. Goes down, but straight back up. And looks to come straight back at Barkley. Great to see these two young men doing such a good job opening the show here. But Barkley is really forcing the pace, and that was a big right hand. And I think that last right hand shook young William. It's a big show, Ringwars, to make your debut on. He's done well himself. Barkley, though, on fire, really throwing those combination punches. And Mike having a quiet word with William. These are both young men, the crowd appreciate them, and Mike's seen enough, he's saying no more. And I think that's a good call. Williams proved that he's got what it takes there.
Before I make the official announcement on this one, can I just say that for every boxer tonight, especially one so young, it takes immense courage just to get between the ropes to entertain you.
Yes, both young men deserve full credit there in this opening bout of Ringwars. But it is young Barkley Stafford that takes the win against a very game William O'Connor. What a great way to start the show for these two young men.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, back for this evening. Once again, we stay with boxing over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing FK Fox Boxing, Brad Mills. Would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Liam Lewis.
We have Brad Mills, FK Fox Boxing in the blue corner, Liam Lewis, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. Three 2-minute rounds of boxing action. White and the red shorts for Lewis, who's immediately under pressure from Mills with those black shorts with the white trim. And it's a fast-paced, hard-hitting start from both men as Lewis looks to stand and trade with Mills. And both men throwing the heavy leather, planting their feet. And Lewis had to respond to the fast start from Mills, who came out and threw the bombs immediately. And oh, big right hand again, and he looks to back Lewis up. Lewis, for his part, throwing immediately in reply to stop Mills getting up ahead of steam. And he looked to bounce off the ropes there. You saw Mills using the ropes. And here, these are just hooking punches to body and head, keeping Lewis backed up. And Lewis, for his part, has got to start throwing back before Mike steps in there. And he does step in. And I think he's saying it could be all over straight away. That was a consistent barrage of punches from Mills. And he's saying it's all over. It was non-stop. And it's those final body shots that caught Lewis cold. Really didn't have much chance to get into it because of the explosive start from Brad Mills, who kept that start going to the big finish in the first round. Explosive work from Mills reaps the reward with a big first round finish.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for the big second half of the show, stacked with big title fights for you. And we start with the Ringwars heavyweight boxing title over 4 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing Inspire, Jack Giles. And would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the unit MMA, Josh Sims.
So, heavyweight boxing title time over 4 2-minute rounds of action. Jack Giles, Inspire in the blue corner, Josh Sims, the unit, MMA in the red. Now, I've seen Sims before from the unit MMA, and he is a bit of a unit. He's a tidy boxer, exciting boxer. Against a young man in Jack Giles here from Inspire. They had a big win earlier in the evening by way of stoppage, but you can see he's noticeably the shorter of the two, and different builds to both men. As I said, and Sims is a bit of a unit. He's a good, mobile, heavy-hitting boxer, and I love his combination work. Nice man as well. And little left hook as he comes out of that crouch for Giles, and then starts to work the body with that left hand, Sims. And you get the feeling he's holding back a little bit here. I think he was a bit put out when he came in the ring, looking at the youth of his opponent and his size, as I said, because Sims is a powerhouse, and we're seeing a bit of the combination work there, but all credit to Giles, looking to fire back. Steps forward, uppercut and left hand there for Josh Sims. And to be fair to the man, you can only fight who's put in front of you, so he's got to treat Jack Giles like any other opponent and look to get him out of there. This is a title bout, the belt at stake, and he's staying in the pocket now, Josh, and just beginning to let the hands flow. But to his credit, Jack Giles firing back at every opportunity. But there's the difference between the two. When they both unload, it's Giles that hits the canvas from the power of Josh Sims. He fights for the unit, he is a unit. And Giles, he's okay, his nose is bleeding, but he was looking to his corner, waited for the right time in the count, got back up, they touched gloves. But when both men stood and traded, Giles felt the power of Josh Sims. He's game though, he's up and rolling and throwing again. But Sims happy to stay in the pocket and doubling up on those body shots. And I can tell you from my commentary position, I've seen this man before, and even with this power, he's not putting 100% in. That's right at the bell there, a second count for Jack Giles. Game young man, but you feel he's overmatched here against Josh Sims, who to his credit is doing just enough to make sure he's ahead, and he is ahead big here with round 2 coming up. You feel that Sims has the power to finish this at any time. That's no disrespect to Giles. He's game, he's mobile, and he's a young man still up and coming. But Sims, as I said, having seen him previously, you feel if he really steps up the work rate and the power, this belt's there for the taking when he wants it, and there's no disrespect. So stalking again, and I like Giles' movement, and I like his upper body. I like the way he throws against someone that he's possibly more evenly matched with. I think he'd be a handful, but he's not going to be a handful here for Sims, who's just walking forward and doing his work when he feels like it, and with his head low there to protect himself, Giles, he realised that Sims just brought up the uppercut, and that's what Sims is doing. He's staying in the pocket, staying close, putting the combinations in, and Giles looking to call him on. Sims throwing these shots with regularity now, to staying there. I said, boxing well within himself. Just misses there, Giles, frustration, but again, backed up to the ropes. He's a game, gutsy young man, but Sims keeping him pinned now. And that nose bleeding again as Sims just throws out the jab, and he's beginning to put the combinations, and eventually it's just the sheer weight of volume of punches from Josh Sims. Very game Jack Giles, but Josh Sims just too much for him. And he's going to take that belt, and it's going to be a tough man that takes that belt from Josh Sims. Yes, it was a performance well within himself there for Sims. And I said, he's got that belt. You're going to have to be a tough man to take it from him. And I look forward to watching his defences.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, next up is our first title bout of the evening. Our Ringwars boxing title over 4 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing Inspire, Owen Eager. Welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Ringwars November.
So we have Owen Eager, Inspire in the blue corner, Ringwars November, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. For 2-minute rounds for the Ringwars boxing title. McManus the black shorts, Eager the red. Southpaw stance, as you can see, for Eager. McManus probing with that jab, throws the straight right, stiff right back from Eager. Looks for the left of the body. And then that right hook shakes out the arms after missing with it. McManus looks to close the gap quickly. Nice left hook to the body there from McManus. Nicely set up. Looks for the straight right over the top. And you can see he's working outside the right hand of the southpaw. Traditionally, you'd move the other way, but he's been told, obviously, by his corner that the southpaw, that's the way he doesn't want to move. Because you move it into the left hand, the power hand of your opponent. You've got to keep moving the opposite direction, away and outside of that right hand. Bobbing and weaving. Eager. McManus choosing his shots. Measured start to the bout from both men, working their way in. And rightly so. 4 rounds, title at stake. Looks for the big left. Eager, and McManus punishes him with the lefts to the body. They were good shots, and then he comes in with the straight right. Clash of heads there, they acknowledge it, they touch gloves sportingly. You're going to get that occasionally when it's southpaw versus orthodox. The way both men move, there's always a danger of a clash of heads. Both acknowledged and then moved on. No fuss from either. Straight left from Eager. And again, sportsmanship. He thought that McManus slipped there. And they smile and go again. Well, a good opening round. I thought McManus dominated in terms of good punching to the body, waiting for Eager to miss and then coming back. But Eager had his moments. Round 2 coming up of 4. Packed crowd here tonight. They love Ringwars. They love the atmosphere. They love the bouts. And they know that the Lincoln boys never get any favours. They have to earn every win. I've seen McManus before. He's a good, tidy boxer. Fit young man. Oh, nice slip though there from Eager. And McManus warned about leaning on and throwing the hook. Gives a little shrug there to say to Mike, really? But Mike won't have any messing. Nice movement though from McManus. And it's a good, solid jab from Eager. But there again, McManus says that little play to the crowd there with that beautiful slip. They're having fun in there, and Iga acknowledged it as well. But both men showed beautiful movement with the slips. Defense just as important as offense, and then nice head movement from the two. This is a good, tidy, accurate bout. Nice left hook, and then he slips the reply, Vekmanis. Good work again. Throws the jab again. Vekmanis doubles it up to the body this time. Looks for the straight right to the body. Good work from the man in the red corner. This is the difference between the two. The little combinations that he's doing. Oh, I think Vekmanis is arguing. Mike saying, look, I'm not holding. And Mike saying, in my mind you are, and I'm telling you it's mine that counts. Renard's doing the right thing now, just saying, yep, okay, boss, let's get on with it. You don't want to be on the wrong side of Mike here. Nice slip again from Owen Iga, but just misses with his own reply. Straight right there from Vekmanis this time. Pushes forward with the right hook, slips under the replies, and this is what Vekmanis does well. Puts in these little bursts of action, and although Iga is quick with the responses, Vekmanis is good in defence as well. Nice movement. Iga quick to get back in, but again that movement of Vekmanis keeping him out of trouble. And for me, that's why he's controlling this back. Those little shots to the body. I've got him 2 rounds to the good halfway through this contest. He's calm. There's a calm coach there in Shawn Burton. For me, Owen Iga, nice movement as well, throws nice combinations, but just coming off second. Well, they're over halfway now. And Iga just made a little gesture to touch gloves, but Vekmanis all business, wanting to get back at it. Lively start, sets up the right hand with the jab. And just pushing that left out, looks for the right uppercut and landed it. And Iga just holds briefly, and they acknowledge again. I think it's the heads. It's, as I said, Southpaw versus Orthodox. You're going to get a little bit of that. But straight right from Vekmanis, looping left hook over the top from Iga there, and he's not quite found the range here tonight. Look for the uppercut there, just out of range again, and Vekmanis looks for the right to the body. And he's telling them to box their way out. Mike saying again, I want to see you box your way out, don't hold. Straight right again. Vekmanis having success with just throwing the right without the left setup. And Iga good defensively as well, but he's just being outworked here in this bout by the Lincoln man, and good work to the body again. Now this time Vekmanis cleanly holding, just to buy that time after he got the shots off, and that's a solid right hand. And they just clipped heads again, but the ref didn't say break, so he's had every right to throw that left. And again, when Iga comes back strongly, Vekmanis, the little slips, I've been impressed with his movement and defensive work as much as I have with his offensive work. Right hand over the top from Iga. Watch the back of the head. Vekmanis being told when they get close like that. Nice left to the body, fake to the head, threw it to the body while Iga was tucked up. And again, beautiful work. Iga's a strong man, he took those shots well. They were good body shots from Vekmanis, planted his feet on that second left. But it's a controlling performance, 3 down with 1 to go. And Iga needs a KO. There's not much between them. He's just second best. Just out of reach, out of range, Vekmanis, after he's got his own work done. And as I said, Iga really needs to go for broke here and look for the stoppage. But in contrast, it's Vekmanis that steps up the pace, looking for the big finish. The Ringwars boxing title belt up at stake here. Up for grabs, and there's that head movement that's impressed me from Vekmanis. Misses with that left hook, almost lands with the right. And Vekmanis just doubles up those short jabs, throws the hook to the body, moves around his man again, making it difficult for Iga. Eager with the little left over the top. Looks to come in close again. Urgency about his work now, and it's needed. But I feel it's too little too late. And that right hand pushed him back. That overhand right from Vekmanis caught him cleanly and backed him up. Impressive performance from the Lincoln man. Oh, nice straight right to the body as well. And I like the way after his work, he steps in. It often makes you hold, and it's ugly and the ref can stop you, but what it does do is protect you. A lot of boxers, after they do their work, step back out of range and risk being caught on the way out. Vekmanis always steps in, makes Mike separate them, has made Mike talk to him, but he's kept himself safe after his work. Good defensive as well as nice combination work. And again, that head movement keeps him out of trouble. Look, he pushes forward after his work now. Happy to work in close to the body. Ducks low, pushes forward. That's what I'm on about. Pushes forward, stops Eager from being able to work. It's a clever tactic. Rolls again, rolls off that centre line well, Vekmanis. And it's a controlling performance as we reach the last seconds of the final round. Eager's played his part, but for me, big win to the man in the red corner. Yeah, it's a good bout, but for me, Vekmanis all the way for this belt.
And the Ringwars boxing title belt goes around the waist of the boxer from the red corner.
Yes, controlling performance, classy to win that belt.
Gentlemen, we remain with K1 over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing the Combat Academy, Lewis Wood. Into the red corner, representing Inner Force, Damian Noskowski.
Lewis Wood, Combat Academy in the blue corner. Damian Noskowski, Inner Force in the red. Three rounds of K1 action. The Combat Academy on a real roll at the moment with their fighters, really making their name in the K1. And Wood coming forward against Noskowski, throws that big right hand. As I said, part of a camp really on the up at the moment, and it fills you with confidence. Oh, that right hand lands from Wood again, as does the knee. Noskowski's got to be aware of that. Fires back with his own right hand. As with everything here tonight at Ringwars, a really lively all-action start. Wood spins with the kick. Noskowski comes back at him. Oh, that right hand, that's the third time. Noskowski's got to watch for this. That's the third time it's landed. He's got to be aware. He's got to keep that left hand high. Fires back himself. Doubles up the jab, throwing these hooks. Wood tucked up there. That right hand lands once more, and now the knee, and Wood realises that he's caught his man. Oh, rocks the head. That right hand, and then the left uppercut. Mike jumps in. What a finish from Lewis Wood. It was on the cards. That right hand landed early, and when it landed with explosive power here, he followed up. There's the knee that sinks in. The right lands the left. Just misses with that one, but as he goes into the corner, Wood knows he's got his man hurt. There's the big right. The head snaps back. The right goes in. And it lands cleanly once more. The left uppercut rocks the head, and the final left uppercut, Mike's seen enough. Explosive work. The Combat Academy really on a roll. And an incredible first round stoppage for Lewis Wood.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move back to boxing over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing Inspire, Nat Jones. And would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Lincoln Fight Factory, Gareth Wright.
Three 2-minute rounds of boxing action. Nat Duds, Inspire in the blue corner. Gareth Wright, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. White shorts for Gareth. Black with the yellow trim for Nat. Oh, and right at the start of the bout here, a back fist that Mike Mulgrave is saying you can't do. Right hand back fist. Flush to the cheek of Nat Duds, who's making no complaint, who took it well. But the point is, he shouldn't have to. Solid start for both men. And I think it's a point deduction for Gareth there because it was so blatant. I don't know what he was thinking, but it was a heavy, heavy back fist. What a way to start the bout. And he's saying, you're right, Nat, well, to Nat's credit, he's there going, yep, let's go, I'm fine. And they touch gloves. Now, Gareth, that's a big start for his opponent now. And they trade heavily again, wasting no time here, either man. They've planted their feet, and you can see that Nat has not been put off by that back fist. He's lively, he's mobile. Bobbing and weaving and coming up, throwing the hooking punches, the straighter punches from Gareth, but Nat looks lively. Stiff jab from Gareth, then the straight right, steps back, oh, big right to the body. Then steps away from the response. He needs a big round. He's got that point deduction against him. Oh, and again, that left hook, solid from Gareth Wright. And he's putting in some heavy combinations. And that does just shakes his head. He's soaked some punishment already in this opening round. And these are heavy shots coming in from Gareth. When he gets in range, he plants his feet. But nice hooking shots back from that. What a good opening round here at Ringwars. Oh, big right again from Gareth as he steps in. Sets it up with that stiff jab and then the uppercut. It's good, clean boxing from the Lincoln man. Little uppercut, right hand. Looks for the right around the angle, but again, Nat is dangerous when he counters. He soaks it up like he's having to soak up those rights to body and head here. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row, no setup. And the crowd respond. And that's like a human sponge there. He just soaked it up. And then threw a looping hook that didn't land. That was better. Missed with the right, but landed with the left. Big right to the body, uppercut to the body from Gareth here. Well, it would have been an absolutely superb opening round for Gareth Wright if not for the back fist and the deduction point. Nat Duds, for his part, took the shot well, didn't complain, and when he works, he looks dangerous when he bobs, weaves, rolls and throws. And again, Gareth coming out strongly. He needs 2 big rounds now, but Nat looking to match him here. Bobs and weaves again, and as he rolls, he throws. Oh, big right hook to the body again. But Nat responds once more. turns him. Gareth throws a little uppercut on the inside, but that left hook from that is sharp. It's a good second round, nice and competitive. Big right hand from Gareth, steps away from the left hook reply. Pushing in again with that jab, steps away once more. Oh, gets caught by the left coming in, throws the big right to the body, doubles it up. Nat breathing heavily from these shots, a third right, and he smiles, but he soaks it up, so Gareth switches to the head. He's saying the back of the head, but he was leaning forward, it wasn't intentional. And again, the left hook just misses from Nat as Gareth comes forward. Now what he's doing is he's throwing his shots and looking to move away from those left hook counters of Nat's. Throws again, and the hooks to the body from Nat in reply, making this again a competitive second round. Big right hand, straight left reply from Nat. Standing and trading, staying in the pocket with Gareth, good for the fans. And these are heavy shots, just a few more in each exchange coming from the man in the red corner. So although they're both exchanging, I feel that Gareth is getting off just those more shots, and like that, landing with the big shot, then moving away. Oh, that coming in with the head there as he came in low. Gareth, nice turn, left to the body, came off the centre line through the left, misses with the uppercut. Two competitive rounds. I've got Gareth taking that second. In the exchanges, I felt he threw just that bit more, but Nat is still dangerous. He soaks up the pressure and looks to come back with those hooking punches. So third and final round. Very good contest. And Mike's saying, watch the heads. There was a clash of heads there in the second. Doesn't miss anything, this referee. And as he says that, he smiles as Nat ducks in low. When he rolls with those hooks, as he comes back up, his head's a danger. He rolls to come under the punches of Gareth, and when he comes up to throw his own hooks, that's when they're in danger of the heads clashing. That one strayed a little low, but neither man cares. They just want to throw the bombs here. And again, Gareth, for me, just getting through with more shots and making Nat miss with more of his hooks. And again, that uppercut, but a sharp left-hand reply, and Nat shakes his head. He takes the jab, and what does he do? He punches his own face to say, it's not phasing me. You've got to love this character, and a big smile on his face. And he's saying, come on, do it again. Now, you say that for two reasons. One, you generally don't care and you're soaking up. Two, you're feeling a bit tired, and it's bravado. And I think it's a mixture of both here for Nat Duds at the moment. But Gareth Wright stuck to the game plan, kept coming forward, using that jab, then pushing out the straight right hand, turns it into a hook. Big smile again from Nat, but this has been a clear round, this third one for Gareth Wright. In control, and again, Nat smacks himself and then throws the left hook to the side of the face from Gareth. You wonder if this young man was fitter and able to throw for longer. He'd be a real danger to anyone. I like his style. He soaks up punishment, he's accurate with the hooks. He's just not worked enough in this bout, but as you can see, when he stands and trades, he makes a real bout of it. Well, we're coming to the end of the bout, and it's been good, it's been competitive. I just think Nat has been outworked in this, but when he comes forward, he looks dangerous, he looks very competitive. And as a result, it's been a very entertaining bout for the crowd as we reach the final seconds now. And I think it's going to be a red corner Gareth Wright win, and that uppercut again and the left, excellent work. But it was three very tough rounds. I'm going red corner Lincoln Fight Factory, but I'm telling you, Nat Duds, if he gets fitter, gets in shape, could be a real competitor. Yeah, Gareth Wright takes it, and rightly so, but Nat Duds, he's competitive. Great little bout.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our final bout this evening is once again professional 3-minute rounds of action. And this is the ISKA Professional British title defence. So would you welcome first into the blue corner, the challenger for the title. He's from Sweatbox, Aaron Slimane. His opponent into the red corner. He is the current and defending ISKA Professional British Champion, representing Pride Combat, Jacob Wells.
We have Aaron Slimane in the blue corner, Jacob Wells in the red. Our final bout tonight is the professional British title defence over three-minute rounds of Jacob Wells' title against Aaron Slimane. And this is a tough test. Aaron is a really good K1 performer at professional level. He's been in on the biggest stages, and although he is the champion due to his absolute raw power, Jacob will be the first to admit he's still learning the K1 trade. But when you win a title, you've just got to defend it. It doesn't matter if you've had 1 bout, 2 bouts, 3 bouts. When you're the champ, you're there to be shot at. And this is a tough shot for Wells. Slimane is a slick competitor, and as I said, he's been around on the biggest platforms. And I love Slimane's K1 technique. It's fluid. Hands and feet together. He kicks low. He brings the knee in instinctively. Whereas it's not instinctive for Jacob Wells. For me, he's still transitioning. And Slimane just missed with that knee, but doubles up with the kick. Big start from the challenger. He's the taller of the two young men. But you can see there, the moment the Wells left hand landed, it just temporarily rocked Slimane. Wells carries absolute dynamite in his fists. But in terms of K1, this is still a big learning curve for the champion, and this is his biggest curve of all. Aaron Slimane, as you can see, slick and accurate. Jumps in with that knee again, throws the right and lefts, backs the champion up. Side kick there from Wells, off balance, turns him. Slimane spins with the side kick, lands it. Wells took it well, then has to block the round kick, and you can see the fluidity of Slimane's work. Caught with the left again though, but immediately drives in the left knee, right hand, right leg. That's the fluid K1 I'm on about. Little feints from Slimane. Wells looked to come in with the left and the big right, but a bit hesitant from the champion. I think he realises Slimane is a slick competitor. Throws that round kick midsection. Wells gives ground. Looks to come in with the heavy hands. Slimane looks immediately for the knee and then his own kick, his own hands, and then the low kick on the end. Wells has to give ground once more. Pushing forward, Slimane backs up. Takes the low kick, fires back with the hands, and then chops at that lead thigh of Wells. And this is where Wells, I think, has to really develop with the way that K1 will chop at those thighs, will bring that low kick into every combination. And this is where I said it's the learning curve for Jacob Wells in terms of adapting to that. As I said, he's got God-given power. He's been on the circuit. He's experienced, but not experienced in this discipline. He's an honest young man as well, though. He'll admit his faults. He'll admit what he needs to work on. And for me, he's the champion, but he's lost that opening round to the pure K1 technique of Aaron Slimane here, who did everything right. He got caught just the once with the left hand, but his K1 technique, for me, dominated the rest of that round. And if I'm in his corner, I'm going to say, let's keep it going this way. Keep it at range. Keep the K1 going. If I was in Wells' corner, I'd say, you've got to work to your strength. You've got to go in there. You've got to get inside those long legs and those leg kicks and box the man. You've got to let those heavy hands go. Wells has to let those heavy hands go, because if Slimane keeps targeting that lead leg with that chopping low kick, it could be a hard night for the current champion. But for me, Wells needs to close the gap. And there you saw the moment he lands with the left hand, Slimane gives ground. This is for me now the balance between the two. Slimane keeping this at that fluid K1 technique and that dangerous knee. If that knee connects cleanly, Wells is out of there. And for Slimane, he's got to watch the Wells boxing. What a beautiful setup this is now. Wells needs to, look, you can see slight frustration there for him. He knows he's up against it here. But each time he gets close, you think he's got an opportunity with those hands. Slimane has to stay focused and disciplined. Chop at the legs of Wells. Bring that knee in, and when he gets the opportunity, bring that knee in as he has done before, so close to landing to the face there. What a setup. There's the ranges for you. Wells can't afford to be here. He needs to get in, work his man, and let the bombs that he carries in each hand fly. That's what he's looking for now, getting in close. Slimane looked for that knee. Wells blocked it with the forearm, but that'll hurt as well. That's better from Wells, stepping inside and throwing the punch. He's got to be moving in all the time. Now he risks catching the knee. He risked being caught, but he risks just losing unanimously on points if he stays at this range. He needs to step in and throw the bombs. Slimane just pushes him away. He knows where he wants this to be. He's bobbing, he's moving nicely. Wells stepping forward, Slimane with the knee, and the right hand lands cleanly in the left leg. This is the fluidity. This is where he wants the range. This is where Wells has got to step in and negate that. There, the right hand lands, and each and every time it lands, you feel that it could be the start of something for Wells. He's got to do it more frequently, because he's still losing this round. He's the champion, but it's the challenger for me that is taking the opener and is taking this second. Oh, that's better from Wells. There's the right hand. He's just beginning to get the range now. Just beginning to get in closer and let the bombs flow. Stepping in consistently now. He's looking to keep that range closer. And it's just beginning to suit him. Throws that kick. Slimane slips around it, but that left and right landed again. The knee, that's the danger for Wells as he works close and gets his hands going. It's the Slimane knee. It's instinctive from Slimane. He throws it well, he throws it consistently. Well, 2 down, and I've got the champion behind on the scorecards. Now, 3/4 of the way through that second, he started to really close the gap and just let his hands start going. He needs a finish for me in the third. For me, I've got Aaron Slimane 2 rounds to the good with a third and final round. But 3/4 of the way, sporting from both men, 3/4 of the way through that second, I think that Wells began to find the range he was most comfortable at, and it's not a shock to me that he closed the gap so quickly here in the third. Look, he's done it again. He's been told by the corner, you're losing, you need to get your God-given gifts going. That's the hands. You need to be in close. You need to get the bombs going because you're 2 rounds down. Slimane, for me, so far, the perfect tactics. But now Wells is beginning to get close and let those hands flow. Slimane matches him. But that's what Wells wants. He'll prefer a boxing match. He'll want Slimane training with him. What he won't want is that knee coming up. That's what he's got to avoid. Throws the right and left. And even at close quarters, Wells can generate power. Lands with that left and right, and you can see he's throwing far more consistently here in the third. Slimane looks to his corner. He's got to stay focused and disciplined because Wells is looking to unload. Oh, there's the danger. Wells took that knee well. There's the danger for him. And Slimane straight back on. Wells has to go for broke here. He has to risk that to get those punches going. But that was a beautiful knee from Slimane. And if it stays this way, it's a 3-round shutout for the challenger. Wells pushing straight forward again. Tight guard now. He's always got a chance while he's there, and while he can still throw a punch. Steps away from the knee this time. throws his own kick to set up those punches. But the clock's ticking on this bout. Wells steps forward, the overhand right and the left. He's looking to get these punches in the way now. He's got to get them thrown. Every second that ticks by, that title's going away from him. You can hear the corner saying, let's go, work, work, work. They know. Stiff jab from it. There's the right hand. He lands it clean. And for the first time, Slimane is rocking and rolling. There's the power that can be generated at close range from Wells. He doesn't need backlift. Overhand right lands. It's instinctive then. It lands again. The left follows, and he's heavy-handed with both. And suddenly, Slimane is all over the place, and he goes down. This is what Wells was waiting for. This is what the opportunity, when he's given, he can take. The sheer raw power of the man. He's turned this bout on its head. Has he got enough time to finish it? He'll want to do exactly the same. For the first time, Slimane is under real pressure and in real difficulty. He's saying he's okay, but Wells bangs and he's straight back there. Straight back in. He knows this is his opportunity now. This is the way he can retain his title. He's got to keep those shots going. Slimane has got to regroup and hang on. He was taking it on points, but Wells has got the bit between his teeth, and that right hand again. The sheer raw power of the man has brought victory from defeat. That big booming overhand right. No backlift. He carries such raw power. And Slimane turns away. The right lands again. Mike Belgrave is in. And this man retains his title. He's still on a learning curve in K1. But when you've got power like that, you're always in with a chance. Jacob Wells retains his title in devastating style in the third round. He lost the first two. He was losing the third from me. But from the moment he landed in the third round, he capitalised, and big KO in the third. Look at his face, he knows. Look what it means to Wells. He pulled that one out of the fire. You've got to feel for Aaron Slimane, textbook performance, but Wells, the raw power, retains the title.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have K1 for you over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first, into the blue court, representing Cleveland Kickboxing, Harry Watson. His opponent into the red corner, representing Lincoln Fight Factory, David Yanikowski.
Harry Watson, Cleveland Kickboxing in the blue. David Yanikowski, Lincoln Fight Factory in the red. Three 2-minute rounds of K1 action. Black shorts with the gold trim for Yanikowski. Watson, the blue shorts. Stiff jab from both men and the right round kick from Watson. Yanikowski lands with the jab. Pushing forward. Cheap from Watson. Oh, and a stiff left-right combination, but Yanikowski took it well. Solid start from both young men. And it's Watson looking to force Yanikowski back with those straight punches. Yanikowski takes them well and looks to come firing back. Chopping low kick, Watson. Doubles up the jab. Yanikowski chops low to the lead leg. Watson jab to the body. Good start from these two men. Ring Wars always brings out the best in the fighters here. Great atmosphere at the venue. Yanikowski, solid left round kick, but look at the way Watson responds to keep the pressure on. Steps back and then pushes forward again, doubles up that round kick, Janikowski. Nice pace to this round. Good, fast, active K1 action. Jab, round kick. Watson, bobs and weaves, looks for the counters when Janikowski throws the boxing. Inside leg kick, just takes Janikowski's balance for a second there, so he chops hard in reply with that rear leg. Double jab from Watson. Round kick low again, jumps in with the left knee, Janikowski. Adjusts his kickers and allowed to by Watson, very sporting. And Watson getting the boxing going again, looks for the right knee. Comes straight back with a double jab. Nice head movement, but still Janikowski catches him with the right and the left. Good opening round. And both men stand and trade here. And both get caught. Excellent passage there. And this time it's Watson who fires the left and right on the end of that exchange and lands them again. Good finish to the round. Very even from these two young men. Well matched here by Shawn Burton, who's in Janikowski's corner there. But I feel that last 20 seconds or so when they exchanged from Watson gave that opening round to the blue corner for me. But what a good bout. Two well-matched young men here. So round 2 of 3. Ryan Edmondson, European champion there, one of our judges. Great fighter himself. He'll be enjoying this one, even though he's looking at it from a technical viewpoint. He'll enjoy the technique. You can see the focus on his face as he studies them both. Little shuffle there from Janikowski, comes firing forward. They start the second the way they ended the first. Oh, and good straight punching again from Watson. Comes in with the right hand, right leg. Janikowski probes in reply, looks for the push kick, just out of range. Watson bobs again, throws the left hand, looks to throw his own push kick, then chops low, left hand from Janikowski. Double jab, Watson. Both kick at the same time, negate each other there. Low kick to that lead leg from Janikowski. Watson looks for his own kick, but Janikowski steps back this time. Measured second round. Chops low with the rear leg. Watson, Janikowski replies immediately. Close the second round. Oh, but just as he came in, Janikowski caught by Watson. Beautiful little shim and strike there from Watson. He saw Janikowski come in, stepped off the centre line and threw the left hand. But now look at them again, exchanging. Both willing to take shots to stay there in the pocket. Little shuffle there previously from Watson to land that left, and then both men stayed in the pocket and both took shots. Both kick at the same time again. Good even second round this. Nothing between them here in the second. Jab cross Watson and then the push kick. Looks for the jab, but Janikowski with that lead leg this time on the round kick. Chops at that lead leg. That was a good solid round, very even this time. Both men had their moments. For me, Watson didn't get that last 30 seconds the way he did in the previous round. For me, I've got one round Watson, one round drawn with the third and final round to come. Great matchmaking here and a very entertaining bout. Watson pushes forward and both men fire fast. Janikowski comes with the round kick. Looks to double up the jab, looks to come in again, but again, I like the way Watson just steps off the centre line to throw his counters at an angle. Nice movement. Chops low at that lead leg of Janikowski, looks for the inside leg. Janikowski fires back, double jab straight right. Jab cross return from Watson. Steps in again, straight right hand, lands cleanly. Janikowski looks to respond and lands his own right hand. Excellent work again, both men. Good straight punching, accurate as well. Beautifully matched. Looks to jump in with the knee, Janikowski, but there's that movement again from Watson. And again, beautifully lands with that left jab and then the left-right, left round kick combination as Janikowski comes in. Looking to keep him at range now, Watson. Janikowski looks to step in. Watson turns into that right round kick. Janikowski with the jab cross, looks to stay in the pocket with Watson, who just leans back out of range. Good close contest now as we approach the final stage of this bout. And Janikowski doubles up that low kick. Watson with the jab cross reply. Looks for it again. Janikowski steps back, comes in with the push kick, looks to follow up to the body. And then that spurs Watson forward. Looking to keep Janikowski backed up now. Little inside leg kick. Janikowski comes back with that lead leg round kick. Looks to push forward with the big right hand, and again Watson just off that centre line, just enough to make him miss. Doubles up his own leg kick. Good left and right from Janikowski as he came forward. Watson with his own jab steps in with it once more. Well, that was a really good close contest from these two young men. Yes, an excellent K1 bout, beautifully matched by Shawn Burton here at Ringwars. It was a good close bout. I've edged it to the blue. Yes, and he's taken it. But it was an excellent bout. Well matched, these two. Real talent.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we move on with K1 over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first, representing in the blue corner for Cleveland Kickboxing, Liam Hay. And would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing Sleaford Fight Academy, Shawn.
We have Liam Hay, Cleveland Kickboxing in the blue corner, Zach Holland, Sleaford Fight Academy in the red. Three 2-minute rounds of K1 action, and I do know from talking to one of our coaches, Phil, here today, that Zach took this on short notice, getting back into the game, and took this on 4 days' notice. But having said that, it's a tough opening for him as Liam Hay stormed forward, big knees, huge combinations, and Zach caught cold early. Wow, what a finish from Liam Hay. Zach Holland coming back, had no opportunity. Huge punches from Liam Hay, big kicks, big knees. Stunning finish from the man from Cleveland Kickboxing. Wasted no time in letting the bombs go. What a finish in the first round.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, our final two bouts tonight are professional K1 bouts over 3-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, from Team Urquhart, Lewis Urquhart. Into the red corner, representing Inner Force, Burton.
Lewis Urquhart in the blue corner, Peter Panzak in the red. 3-minute rounds of professional K1. Urquhart, the taller of the two men from Team Urquhart. In a force, Pieter Panzak, the shorter, stockier man. And I've seen Urquhart on a number of occasions before, and I've really liked his style, but he got caught there by the powerhouse that is Panzak. I've seen him before as well, and he bangs. On paper, this is a tough, quality professional K1 bout. I like Urquhart's style. He's a real crowd pleaser. Brings a crowd as well. But Panzak's a powerhouse. Panzak stalking. Urquhart has great movement and he's got great combination work. And he oozes confidence. As I said, he's a showman. Nice left to the body, look to double it up. Panzak throws the right leg, comes in close, looks for the right knee. Looks to his corner quickly, Panzak, before he comes back. Double jab from Urquhart. Oh, beautiful left to the body, but look how sharp the reply to the head was from Panzak. It's that sort of bout. Two quality performers. Stiff left from Urquhart. Now, despite Panzak's power, have you noticed that Urquhart is happy to stay in the pocket with him? It's K1, he doesn't want to give ground. And he looks for that left to the body again, and he's realised that when that left to the body comes, Panzak's looking for the right to the head, so he threw that left, then brought his guard up quickly. Panzak fires off that combination on the right leg. On paper, for me, when I saw this card, this was one of the bouts I was really looking forward to, and they're not disappointing, because this is quality technique, but it's hurtful as well. Urquhart looking to push forward, and his head was rocked there as he came forward from Panzak. Jab cross. Urquhart looks for the left again. Panzak looks for the big knee. Urquhart looking to work the body. Created space for that right to the body with that left forearm, just pushing Panzak back to create space. Some subtle work from both men here, as you'd expect from the pro K1 ranks. Double jab from Urquhart. Panzak steps forward. Urquhart waits, steps away from the kick, steps with that left to the body, and see how quickly again that right hand. Panzak waits for it and looks to throw the right hand counter. High round kick off the lead leg from Urquhart. Looks for that left to the body, doubles it up. This time it's the left hook from Panzak. Loving this. Sharp work, both men. And they stay in the pocket. They're happy to work within range of the other shots. Look at this, look. Beautiful work. Penultimate bout tonight on another incredible Ring Wars card. Good work again from both men, staying close. There's that left with a bit more venom to the body this time from Urquhart. The push kick to keep the range. Steps around his man. Comes pushing forward. Well, that was a good opening round. Panzak, a real powerhouse. Breathing heavily, though, at the end of this first round. Urquhart standing, talking to his corner. Beautiful technician, this man. He can bang as well. Great combination work, round two, beautifully set up. Panzak pushing forward. Urquhart looks for that left to the body once more, turns his man. Panzak on his toes, looking for the way in, looking for the power shot. Urquhart teases with that right hand. As I said, he oozes confidence, this young man, but he's got the technique to back it up. Round kick high, steps away from the response, doubles up the right hand, standing southpaw now, then back to orthodox, looking to disrupt Panzak's rhythm. Little feints and bobs, steps away from Panzak's kick, throws the jab, looks for the body and head combination, doesn't quite land, throws the right hand over the top, then the push kick. Looks for the left hand to the body as Panzak comes in, lands that left as Panzak looks to throw his own combinations. Both men land cleanly again. Sharp, short shots, no energy wasted. It's good, beautiful technique from both, and they're happy to stand and trade once more in that pocket. And now Urquhart looks to push forward against the powerful Panzak. Urquhart staying in the pocket with Panzak, looking to keep the pressure on. Look at that. Beautiful work again. Short, tidy punches. Jab cross from Urquhart, then the right leg. Panzak firing back. Looks for the knee. Urquhart steps away. Oh, right to the body from Urquhart. I think his nose is bleeding, and they both land cleanly to the face. Yes, Urquhart's nose is bleeding. Not surprised with the quality of the shots from both men here as they stay in range, but Urquhart beginning to work the body more. Beautiful left to the body, and it was delayed reaction as the left came up to the head. It was the liver shot, it was the shot to the body from Urquhart that dropped Panzak. He's back up. It was the delayed reaction. Beautifully timed. He'd been looking at this all evening so far, Urquhart. He'll be straight back on his man if he's allowed to continue. Panzak back up, he's a warrior. And Urquhart to the head now with that left hand. Looks for the left hand body and head again. And Urquhart drops his man once more. Panzak comes up, more the pull with the leg. Oh, and the push kick to the face. Urquhart's in the groove now. Oh, and once again sets up the left of the body. Hinted at the straight right, through the left of the body, and Panzak down for the second time. It's beautiful technique, and this is a tough customer that's hit the canvas twice now. And look at Urquhart. Cool as they come. Ice, ice, baby. And right and left to the body again. Absolutely vicious, but clean, superb technique. Panzak, what a warrior. He's back up. He's managed to get back to his stool at the end of round 2, but this is punishing body shots. And look at Urquhart. He's going to come straight back out in 3 and do exactly the same. The problem for Panzak now is he doesn't know if the shots are going to come to head or body. If he protects the body, the shots are coming to the head. It's a tough call for this man, but what a customer he is. What a warrior. But Urquhart on fire. Oh, and there you go again. And Mike Belgrave can't step in. It's all over. I've said it before, but this Lewis Urquhart is a quality performer. He's a showman. And it's hard, it's hurtful. Look at that, it's beautiful technique. To the body once more, bangs it in again, and Mike's looking closely. Now he's stepping in, and Urquhart knows he's got this one, and he's looking for the big finish, and he gets it. And he's got it against a quality Campanian Pietro Panzak. That's a great performance. I've got to admit, I love watching this man work.
Professional K1 at its best. Let's hear from both men in the ring.
Yes, it is professional K1 at its best, and a superb finish by Lewis Urquhart.